Hello, welcome to a trader's journey. My name is Leslie Pips. Thank you for joining me for another exciting video where we do an outlook of the new week, see where the most opportunities can be, and try to forecast what's to come in the market in the next coming week. So, without further ado, let's jump into the charts. And here I'll have obviously, if you've been following my journey, I only trade four pairs, which is euro dollar, pound dollar, UJ, and gold. So we'll start on UJ on the weekly chart and just have a look at what last week meant, right? So obviously we've spoken about this run over here, this one run over here, and we had like obviously a break of structure, market structure. We had a break of structure over here. Break of structure, we had a bit of a pullback. If I draw the fib from this low to this high, pull back into the 038. This is on a weekly chart and reacted off the 038. We closed above the 236, and we are looking to become going higher again, maybe targeting another break of structure at these areas over here, right? So that's what the weekly is looking like. Obviously, on the grand scheme of things, the weekly will give you a direction. So on the pound dollar, obviously we just looked at the weekly, broke of structure. We started to break these highs here. We had a bit of a pullback, bit of a run. We acted on that level on the weekly chart, and we seem to have shifted bullish again. Obviously, this was the break of structure. If I draw this line across, this was supposed to hold price. It never did. Price broke through and came up to this original value area. Now we are reacting at this area, but I'm expecting a break of these highs and potentially coming to these highs. So if I draw, this is the original volume. Obviously, this candle that started this move down, breaking structure, didn't break structure here. That's the candle that's started the whole move. This is our value area, this zone over here. So if we break these highs, then we're gonna interact with this zone. There's a bit of a imbalance here, but we will interact with this zone as soon as we break and see if price can break and retest in these areas and potentially come up to these areas. So but that'll happen in a few weeks, depending on the volume coming in next week. So that's what I'm looking at. These highs here, still holding price. Obviously we have an inside day failure candle here. As you can see, the Friday candle failed to break the high or the low or the high of the previous day, of the Thursday. So we have a bit of an inside day failure, but obviously we still are bearish. This is where we reacted. Price still holding above this high. That's when we broke structure. This is still holding, so we kind of in a bit of range at this level. So we'll see. For me, I think any a break from this low will set us up for a bit of a rundown, and then a break at this high will cause us to interact with this high over here. So this is where I'm looking to be active in these levels. So I just want price to break out of this range, and then I will be active in the market. So if I go on the 4-hour, I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can see we broke into this range, failed to break this high, came back, failed to break this low. Now we are in a bit of a small little range that I want broken, and I will look for entries below here, or above here. So that's my pound dollar. I want price to interact with these imbalances over here, but that's my outlook. At the moment it's looking like we are coming down again, hopefully to break structure and then react at this area and push again down. It looks much more likely, because why? Price is already overpriced at these levels. It's already at an extreme and a premium zone. If you look on the higher time frames, if you look on this run that we had coming up here, this big run, so price is kind of overpriced at this point. So because it's rejecting these levels, any break below here, then I will be active looking for entries at these points. So that's my pound dollar outlook, and I'm not gonna go on the lower time frames. Anything lower than 4 hour, I see as an execution time frame, because of where I am currently in my life. There's so much going on. I'm busy with other stuff as well, so I'm forced to sort of trade the higher time frames, which I'm quite enjoying. I get a couple of very good entries, a few entries in a week, so that's good. And going down to euro dollar is quite an interesting one. Let me just have a look on the weekly. Right, delete some of these levels. Euro dollar, same thing. It has been a bit more reactive to a lot of things in the past couple of weeks. Obviously this is that week when they chose not to cut rates, but it looks like obviously we've had our pullback, and you see like some bullish weeks coming in. We're still inside of this volume week. We are still trading within it. We haven't broken the high or the low of it, so I'm expecting next week to come and interact with these areas here, because of we are showing signs of bullish behavior coming in. Obviously this week opened closed bullishly. This one opened closed above the high of the previous week, so I'm expecting the next week to take out this high and these highs over here, then this next coming week. So that's what I'm looking at. This is on the weekly chart. On the daily, obviously same thing on the daily. Let me just move this out the way. Same thing on the daily. I am hoping it'll hold in this area. This is the value area. This is where the volume came in that broke structure, so it's quite an important area. There's order blocks here. These order blocks are still holding price, but we are trying to push into the zone, and any break above here will come and interact with these highs here, and any break below, you can see a bit of a structure here, a corrective structure into the zone. So anything that breaks this structure and interacts with this level again, then I'll be looking to sell, potentially up to here for the next coming months, right? If this level holds, if we break this level, then we'll interact with these highs over here, and potentially these yearly 2001 highs over here. So that's what we're looking at on euro dollar. And I'll go on the 4 hour quickly and show you similar thing to pound, but pound looks much cleaner than euro. But let's see what happens how you open here on the 4 hour. It's a bit messy for me. I don't like this double price action. It's a bit messy for me, so let's see how we react on this level and see if we can break the structure and potentially take target. First targets will be lows like this and lows like this and lows like this. this will be the target, but that's if we get a rejection here, rejection at this level, come down, break the structure, and then a bit of a correction, and see if we can come do something like this, you know. And yeah, but that's purely dependent on how Monday opens, and we can make our decisions based on Monday. And UJ, similar. Obviously, this is a trade that I took last week. I did a video on it. If you want to go check it out, have a look. UJ, it looks like it's coming down. That means pound dollar will probably shoot up, but let me just remove some of these lines and go to the weekly so we can do proper analysis on the weekly. So UJ, it's quite interesting, you know. We had this run, and now we've got this small little correction on the weekly, right? We are failing to break this high over here, these order blocks over here. We interacted with them, and then we broke down. So what I'm looking at here, let me delete all of this. Dollar yen, I'm looking at levels like this. Yeah, these are the order blocks that started this move. So we interacted with these, and basically we are also stuck in this range over here, because ever since we interacted with these order blocks, price broke into this level, and it's failing to close anywhere above or below these levels. So we are stuck in this range as well. So we'll see what happens. I don't like the weekly because this weekly chart, because of the wicks, but this is that range that I'm talking about, that we are kind of stuck in, you know. This one here. I'll draw a line here. You can see for 2 weeks we've been stuck in this range. Obviously we broke up, broke back below, and then we still stuck in here. So my plan is any break and hold above this area, then you'll see this price sort of move towards these highs over here, and any break below this range, you'll see price interact with this and then potentially come down here. So that's what I'm looking at on UJ. You know, we are stuck in this range at the moment. This range needs to break, and we can take advantage of that, you know. So let's have a look at what the next coming weeks have in store for us and see. But tomorrow I'll probably be trading anywhere below here or above here, these areas here, because of there's a potential to make a lot of to take advantage of this moves over here, because this is just internal structure. The real low is down here, so we can potentially come and take out this. So it's one to look out for. But let's see how the market opens. The market opens in a few hours. I have a feeling we'll open with a gap, and we'll see how the market reacts from there. So that's my analysis. I'm not going to look at gold at the moment, because I haven't been analyzing gold a lot, so I'm not going to look at it. And I'll do a video just on gold so that you understand, because I trade gold differently to the Forex pairs. So I'm not gonna do gold. I'll just do these 3 pairs and update you on any trades that I take. So thank you guys for joining me. A bit of a lengthy video, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.